Import from PDF. This is an exciting feature, but I almost don't want to show it. It makes things too easy. Back when I was learning to get good with Excel and started freelancing, a lot of early jobs were about breaking data out of PDFs. Man, those things were hell. You never know what the data would look like once it's out of a nice clean PDF. Things would be off into different columns and weird row spacings. Titles would be split amongst several columns. It was crazy. So I learned about recognizing patterns, writing formulas to help me in different phases of getting the data close to what I need it to be and then getting it the rest of the way. It was a lot. It was so valuable to me. But now Power Query has import from PDF. One thing that's exciting about breaking data out of PDFs is you really do get some power when you can do this right. A lot of times data comes to us in a PDF and there's nothing we can do about it. And then there are situations that are adversarial. Somebody is required to provide data that they don't want to provide. They hand it over in a PDF. Like a school system that says, the data says we need to close these 5 schools across the city. And then there's the public uproar. And then a journalist says, okay, you keep talking about this data. Let's see the data. So after a whole bunch of stalling and delaying and coming up with excuses, the school system finally says, here you go. All the data in PDF files. So here's a PDF where we want to get some data out of it. Want to scroll down. We want this table 2, this marriage and divorce data. It's on page 5. Scroll down. That's the end of the table. The first thing to try, just highlight everything. Okay, that's the data we need. Right click, copy, go to Excel, right click, paste it. Look at all of that. All right, so that won't work. Years ago, Microsoft Word was released with a feature for opening PDFs. Let's try that. I'm going to click OK. Got an error trying to open the file, so that won't work. Data. Get data from file, from PDF. Let's go to marriages and divorces. Now notice it gives us tables and then scroll down and it gives us pages. Remember, we wanted table 2 that was on page 5. Let's go here. See, that says table 2, but that's table 2 in the PDF. Let's go to 5. This goes down to Tennessee, but it says that the data has been truncated. So let's try this. Go ahead, transform data. Okay, goes all the way down to Puerto Rico. We've got 2006. All of the data is here. It's in nice, neat rows and columns. There's some stuff to clean up, but it would be easy to clean up. Now let's look at another PDF. Here's a common thing. We've got this 6-page PDF. Scroll down. This is what we want. We want shopping malls of Maryland, USA. We want to start with Bowie Center, go down, and get everything up to the Mall of Prince George's, but we got all this other stuff. Data, get data from file, from PDF. Maryland malls. The content we want starts at the middle of page 2 and goes to the middle of page 4. So let's look at page 2. Scroll down. This is where we want to start. And then page 4. We want the data up to all malls of the USA. So we're going to click here, select multiple items. We want page 2, 3, 4, and then transform data. This is giving me pages 2, 3, and 4 in separate queries. Here's what I'm going to do. Get rid of change type. Get rid of promoted headers. Get rid of navigation. I'm going to filter. I want page 2, 3, 4. OK. I'm going to hold down the control key, select data, right click, remove other columns, and watch. Expand. Don't want that. OK. Pages 2, 3, 4 is going up to the row that we want here with all stores. This is where we want the data to start, is at row 23 and go down. So we would get rid of those upper rows and slide over here and look. Here is the address data that we've got to start looking for patterns so that we can peel this down and get everything all lined up. The exciting thing is you don't have to do what I had to do 10 years ago and copy and paste this stuff into Excel and just deal with it. When you get import from PDF, start playing with this stuff because this is some real power. See you in the next video.